1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz.
Right, sorry about that.
Did you hear that?
Right. Yeah, so esposa.
Esposa is wife in Spanish.
Right.
Esposa with an S is handcuffs. So you will do well to remember that, cuz, in all your dealings now as a married man.
It sounds like a threat.
It's a good start,
comply,
isn't it?
if you don't comply, there will be exposure on your hands.
I think that's true. But you can always come and talk to me on the podcast if you get stressed at all as a married man. I speak from experience.
Right, okay. So do you want to do the opening introduction for us, please?
Yes, hi there, everybody, listeners and viewers alike. Here we are again on the Alien Spaceship Podcast, where we discuss various things, hopefully of interest to people. I'm Trevor Gear, and he calls me Bruv.
And I'm Emmy Hikins, and he calls me Cuz. Welcome to the Alien Spaceship. Over to you, bruv. I hear there is going to be some, what's that word that I was using? Go on, remind me. The topic.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I had it in my head just now. What was it again?
Well, I think I put on our WhatsApp thing. I put boxes and blankets. Is that what you mean?
Unboxing and blanketing.
Yeah, not boxing, boxes and blankets. And actually, you had some truth in the suggestion. It may be a song title. But before that, I just want one bit of trivia you may or may not find interesting. The oldest ever person documented by the Guinness Book of World Records was a French lady called Jean Calment. Jean Calment. Now, the interesting thing about her, and this has nothing to do with boxes and blankets, I hasten to add, but the interesting thing was she smoked very heavily for 100 years. She was 122 when she died. Now, she was born in 1875 and she died in 1997. So she almost made living in 3 different centuries, which I guess some people do. If they're born very late in one century, they can go to over 100 and go into a 3rd century. Anyway, she lived to 122 and she died, as I say, in 1997. But the thing, as I say, was she smoked very heavily for 100 years, and she ate chocolate. I think it was 9 grams or 2 pounds of chocolate a week. She drank wine, not by the bottle every day, but quite a lot of wine, alcohol in other words, and yet she thrived. In other words, going against all of the scientific suggestions or evidence that, you don't smoke, you don't drink too much, and so on and so forth. And it shows that humans they can sort of, if something different happens in terms of their longevity. Whether that's encouraging to us, I don't know. She put it down, her long life, interestingly, to olive oil, both in her food and on her skin. I mean, she doesn't say how much. And she said daily pleasures and a stress-free existence. Well, maybe that's something very few of us can achieve, a stress-free existence. But no, I thought it was quite an interesting bit of trivia to read, that people can, go right against the grain in that sense. Now, the oldest person in the world up until 2012, I believe it was, is an English guy called John Tinniswood.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz. He'll introduce the gang who'll make the show go with a bang, with fun.
Tinniswood. Now, he died in November 24, and he was 112. He was born the same year that Titanic sank. and which was 20 years after Liverpool Football Club formed, only 20 years after. In other words, they were formed in 1892. He was a lifelong fan. He lived in Southport, and he saw all of the glory years, if you like, of Liverpool's European and domestic achievements. So John Tinniswood, and he lived until, as I say, November 24, but until August 24, and so August 12, he was the world's oldest person. Again, verified by the Guinness Book of World Records. So yeah, there are some very interesting people, and you just wonder what it is that makes some people live a long life. I guess it's part of their genetic makeup, their lifestyle maybe, but lifestyle, as we say, people smoke heavily and they can still live to a ripe old age. And we're not here sort of advocating things like smoking, of course we're not, but it just shows that there's a rich tapestry of events and existence in humans. So yeah, that was that. And the only other bit of trivia I was going to mention, because we like to sort of bring domestic our own things into this, I was reading that somewhere in Yorkshire, and I'll tell you where it is one of the strangest street names in England is Whipma Gate. Have you heard of that?
No.
It's just in York. Whipma Gate. Yeah, I'll tell you the basic, what it says. It's a short street in York. I've been to York a few times, actually. I don't remember seeing this street, though. It runs south from Collier Gate to meet Pavement, Fossgate and Stone Bow. Name was first documented in 1505 as Whitnow Gates and later as Whitney Gate. It's thought this meaning is neither one thing nor the other street. So you probably haven't heard of that. I certainly hadn't. But Yorkshire, of course, is quite famous, isn't it, for some of these weird and wonderful expressions. I mean, the famous one, I guess, is on Ilkley Moor Bartat as a song, of course. So yeah, we like to bring some personal things into our thinking on our podcast, Cuz. Now, I've got a few questions to ask you, which kind of I didn't write these questions to relate them to each other, but when I looked at them, I thought, well, they all have a similarity of it. And when we don't sort of do heavy, serious stuff on here, but sometimes it's good to consider the world around us and the world we live in. So let me ask you the first question, and then we'll perhaps talk about the subject generally. Should we give to homeless people on the street? That's my first question for you.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz. He'll introduce the gang who'll make the show go with a bang.